Hello guys, we're back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing some Xenoverse information. So you might as well say that I'm 2 weeks later, because I haven't really been feeling like doing this. So as you can see, if you watch Dragon Ball Heroes, then you know him. Yep, that's Time Breaker Bardock right there. He's going to be in Xenoverse 2. So let's go ahead and start the vid. Commercials! Oh look, competition of Marvel, or whatever.
Sandwiches, we're also here today bringing some Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 news courtesy of Media Magazine. Now, unfortunately, I don't have high definition scans. Whenever those get released or uploaded online, I will do like a second video so you can see a better look of what's going on in this game. But for now, this is all we have to go off, so I'm sorry. So first things first, let's talk about the big news. We have Time Breaker Bardock, Imperfect Cell, and Android 16 officially confirmed and added to the roster to Xenoverse.
Hear that? Time Breaker Bardock, Cell First Form, and Android 16 in the game. And also, they've also got a third trailer that I will be doing more. It's probably going to take me like 4 videos to do all this information, like literally.
Xenoverse 2. Now, if you guys remember, 16 and Imperfect Cell were both absent in the game. It's actually funny because Imperfect Cell had his models in the last game, but he was not used. He only showed up like a quick second, and that's about it. But this time, we actually get him in the game, as well as 16 and Time Breaker Bardock, who's probably the bigger of all the news. Now, leading up to these games coming out, we already assumed that Toa and Mira were going to be the ones pulling the strings. They're the ones who, once again, went into the time stream, screwed it up, and now they added the movie villains into the mix, you know. But now we actually have a picture that officially confirms that, in case anybody had any doubts, and you see, you know, Time Breaker Bardock with Toa right behind him. Now, if you guys don't know, Time Breaker Bardock was initially featured in Dragon Ball Heroes a couple years ago. He showed up, he has his mask, and he even had Super Saiyan 3 in Dragon Ball Heroes. So now the big question is are they going to give Super Saiyan 3 to Bardock as well? The big question that happened in Xenoverse 1 was whether or not they were going to include the Super Saiyan models. And I remember initially they didn't show off that they were. But then all of a sudden, the second we all got the game and saw that he had a third variation, we saw Super Saiyan on this. So that was a big shocker to us. And since transforming is kind of a big deal in this game, I really wonder if Time Breaker Bardock is going to have a Super Saiyan 3 form. So for now, we can't really confirm anything on that. We're just going to have to wait and see and cross our fingers. But I know all of us who are watching this right now, myself included, even though I'm not really watching, I'm talking here, all of us who are following Xenoverse 2, I think we unanimously agree that we do want Super Saiyan 3 for Bardock. Now, the next scan, this one is more around, I guess, the hub and the character creation process. In the middle, you see the Perfect Cell costume that we saw a couple weeks ago. We have the character creation screen in the bottom, and then we have 3 other screens on the left. The top one has one with Bulma, the one in the middle has Mr. Satan, and then the one on the bottom has a Majin character. So what this actually is, these are mini games that you can participate in Canton City. As you guys already know, or may not know, a while ago I said that Canton City isn't going to be just about being a hub that, you know, brings us together to one place and then we fight. They plan on adding mini games and a bunch of other stuff that you can do with your friends, so it's not just about fighting. Now, it doesn't really specify what the mini games actually are. For Bulma, all it says is you can go to Bulma to enhance your outfit. I have no idea what that means, but I'm really hoping it has something to do with the vanity system, so you're able to kind of, you know, power yourself up without like screwing up your stats. Because remember, a lot of us want no stats on our clothes. But again, I can't confirm. I don't know how that's going to work. It just says that visit Bulma to enhance your outfit. Or for all we know, she might just be selling outfits. I have no clue, but that's all it says. Mr. Satan is asking for a bodyguard, so I am going to assume this is some sort of escort mission type of thing. Again, no details there. And then the last one is something about eating candy. I don't really know what that means, but it's a Majin-based thing. So from the sounds of it, we're going to get games that are unique to our own races as well. So until we get more information, that's all we have. But what do you guys think about mini games being added to Content City? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As far as the last 6 games, it doesn't really reveal any new information. It just goes more into story about the story, essentially. And it's something we already talked about, how you can change history and stuff like that. We see a quick screenshot of Xeno Trunks staying next to his mentor, adult future Gohan, which actually I'm really excited to see that scene in the game. I mean, we all saw Dragon Ball Super this past weekend. I'm not going to go into detail what happened there, but if you saw it, you know exactly what I'm referring to. And while that was a very emotional moment, this moment will be even more emotional because this is his actual mentor. And I feel like this is where temptations can get started with, like, you know what if I can save Gohan? But again, no details there. I don't know how it's going to work, and all we can really do at that point is kind of wait and see what happens when the story is revealed on October 25th. So again, just kind of review everything that happened in these new scans. We have Time Breaker Bardock, Android 16, Imperfect Cell, and we have mini games in Countdown City. And of course, there's going to be a lot more to be revealed. I think the next big update is going to be around Gamescom, which is in August. But then again, I might be wrong. I don't really know what their plans are right now. We could get a scan that pops up here and there, but for now, I assume that Gamescom is going to be the next place where they're going to have more Xenoverse news. But of course, if you follow my channel and subscribe, I will let you guys know what's going on as soon as it happens. So make sure you punch that subscribe button ASAP. But other than that, I guess enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Roundstyle, and I'll see all your awesome super sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.
Okay, now let's go to the next Xenoverse thing. This one is like it's like it has to do something with Key Blast and stuff. So let's go.
What is going on, my super sandwiches? Roundstyle here, and today I'm bringing some more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 news. We have a brand new website, well, an updated website, as well as information about custom Key Blast. So stay tuned, and let's cover everything that just basically was released this morning. So let's go ahead and cover the website first because that's kind of the more minor of the news. So Japan's website for Xenoverse 2 just updated and revealed 3 bits of information. The first bit of information is the release in Japan is actually after the rest of the world. If you guys remember last time for Xenoverse 1, it came out almost a month early in Japan, and then the rest of the world's going to have to just suffer and wait until the game came out, in US, Europe, and stuff like that. So if you live in Japan, the official release date for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is November 2nd, roughly about a week after the rest of the world. It's the 28th in Europe and then the 25th in the US, so that's kind of cool. The second bit of information is the data transfers. It's confirmed that you can transfer from the PS3 to the PS4. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what about Xbox, Rhymestyle? Why are they talking about Xbox? Why are they discriminating? Well, to answer that question, it's because Xenoverse 2 is actually exclusive to the PS4 in Japan. There won't be a Xbox version over there. So that's why they didn't talk about it. Now, I assume if you can transfer from the PS3 to the PS4, you should be able to do it from the 360 as well through cloud saving. I'm not really sure how that's going to work yet, but once I get details on how they plan on doing the data transfers from old gen to new gen, I will make another video about it. But for now, for those who are wondering if there's going to be issues transferring your data from old gen to new gen, because there's probably a lot of people who got the game with a PS3 and now have PS4, there's hope. There's hope. Definitely on the PS4, as far as 360 to Xbox One, I'll find out and I'll let you guys know. Now, I know people are going to ask about cross-platform transfers, like if you had a 360 and now you have PS4. I don't think that's very likely, but at the same time, I don't want to say that's impossible because I don't know how they plan on doing it. I know Rockstar did something similar where you could have done that from what I heard, but at the same time, I don't want to confirm that you can go from 360 to PS4 for data transfers just because it just sounds kind of ridiculous. So if that ever changes, I'll let you guys know, but for now, just assume that it's going to be old gen to new gen, PS3 to PS4, Xbox 360 to Xbox One. But again, if anything changes, I will let you guys know. Now, the last bit of news that we got from the new website update shows off this new character creation screen, which it looks pretty much the same as last time, but we have 2 new differences. Number 1, we have the beard, which is actually obviously King Vegeta's beard, and 2, we have Jackie Chan's hairstyle. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Ronstyle, does that mean Jackie Chan and King Vegeta will be in the game? The answer is no, it doesn't mean that at all. I mean, they already kind of confirmed that Dragon Ball characters will not be in the game unless they change their mind and add them via DLC later somehow. And 2, just because a specific hairstyle or clothing piece is in the game doesn't mean that character is as well. Because if you guys remember, in Xenoverse 1, they had the Boros outfit as well as Xenoverse 16, but neither of those characters were in the game. So that's pretty much everything for the website. I know they mentioned something about the beta, but I don't want to cover that news just because Japan tends to cater to only Japan, and until we get more worldwide information about the beta, I don't want to just say, oh yeah, well, it's going to be 2 days long. Because for all we know, it might be very different for the rest of us. So when we get more information about the beta, I'll let you guys know. But one last thing is that you can actually already pre-order the game on PSN in Japan. So I assume since Japan has it, we should get it sometime soon in the near future on Steam, PSN, as well as Xbox Live. So keep an eye out for that. And of course, when that goes live, I'll make a video to let everybody know. But that's pretty much it for the website. Now, the other bit of news that's revealed today is, as a custom-created character, you can choose your own Key Blast. Now, based off these screenshots alone, it's kind of tough to tell what everything looks like, but lucky for us, I have actual footage. Now, from the footage I recorded a couple days ago, well, actually not even a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago now, it's been a while, I can actually show you off what these Key Blasts actually do. But the big one is, if you guys remember, we all assumed that Frieza's freeze rate for the custom-created characters is gone, but it is not. It is actually a move you can choose now for your custom-created characters, meaning any race can get the freeze rate. Now, from my experience playing the game, every character has a basic Key Blast. If you press circle or B, you shoot the regular pew-pews like we saw with any other race except for the freeze rates in Xenoverse 1. However, if you hold the button down, then you actually choose to fire a more powered-up version of the blast, and that's when it was different. When I saw it in the actual demo that I got to play a couple weeks ago, every character had a different way of firing it. I remember Gogeta and Goku, they had like a powered-up blast where you just basically hold back and you shoot a stronger Key Blast, which we saw in previous games before. For the Time Patroller that I got to play as, when you held the button down, you just unleashed a fury of ki blast, similar to what we saw with Vegeta in the series. And then Janemba and Lord Slug, they had this weird delayed blast where you just power it up and shoot it, and it just kind of sits there. So I don't know if you can actually fire that afterwards, or if it's kind of designed to be like one of those traps where like you toss the ki blast back and then you kind of try to punch them into the combo. And now, of course, we can also confirm that the freeze ray that we saw in the freeze race characters in Xenoverse 1 will be in the game as well. Now you're probably wondering, well, Rosal, isn't that OP? I mean, the only reason why the freezer race had just that attack in Xenoverse 1 was because it was kind of overpowered. It was kind of a cheap tactic. Well, yeah, but you could also just perma block it. I mean, the freeze ray in Xenoverse 1 was just basically free ki for me. Like, the second that blast hits you, because it was very, very slow, you just perma block it and you get a ki bar back for it. So what I think is going to happen is it's more balanced in Xenoverse 2. I haven't had a chance to play around with it and test it, but from what I noticed is if you hold the button down, it's kind of a delay. So you can't just sit there and spam the charged up attacks for any key character in the game. Every character that I got to play as when I played a demo, whenever you held the button down, there was always some kind of delay that kind of left you wide open. So if you're going to use that move, you better combine it with something else, like a combo or a stamina break or something. You can't just sit there and keep firing the powered up version of the ki blast over and over again and try to get a victory. So now the question I have for you guys is which ki blast are you going to choose for your custom created character? Are you going to go for the freeze ray, the Janemba style delayed attack that kind of hangs in the sky, which you can basically combo into moves with, or are you going to go for the Vegeta style ki burst, or are you just going to keep it simple and just do the powered up ki blast that we see with Goku and Gogeta? Which one are you going to choose and why? Comment that down below. As far as me, I think it's going to be between the powered up ki blast that we see with Gogeta, or I'm going to do the burst, because the burst is basically kind of like a weaker version of the Dai Visible Barrage that we saw with Gotenks in Xenoverse 1, and that attack was pretty useful. So it's either going to be that or a powered up ki blast, because the powered up ki blast you can actually combo in if you do a stamina break, so it could be a good way to do a little bit of damage. As far as the freezer, I think I'm going to leave that attack in the patch just because it's not that good of a move. I mean, if you fight against noobs, it's easy to freeze somebody, but once you learn how to perfect block, that attack is pretty much useless. So I'm probably going to avoid using that in the next game. But what about you guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. So that's everything. One more bit of news, which is not really news. I heard that next week we're going to get a new trailer, and I assume this is going to be the one that reveals the human and the mechan transformations. So keep an eye out for that, I guess. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, and I'll keep you guys in the loop. But for now, let me know your thoughts on everything that I covered in today's video. Exciting stuff, man. Every time I see more Xenoverse 2 news, I just get more and more hyped, and I'm sure you guys do as well. In fact, if you're hyped for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, make sure you punch that like button twice as hard in the balls, and leave a comment down below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. My name is Ramstal, and I'll see all y'all super sandwiches in the comment section below. Peace.
Okay, guys, so let's see how many more we got. 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, we pretty much just got 3 more videos to do. I mean, 3 more videos of the freaking, you know, updates, and there are 2 other ones, but those are just like ones that they're talking about, like the transformations or stuff, or actually 3 videos where they're like talking about the transformations and stuff, and Ramstyle playing more Xenoverse 2. So I'm gonna just link that in the description of the next video. And if we have to make it, so pretty much we're gonna have to have 3 videos in total for this freaking information. So yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, Ramstyle, for giving us updates every time. So like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.